We are live from our backyard garden for the very first time. Bear with me because I cannot edit out all of my stumbling words, but I do have a handy dandy checklist that I can look at when to kind of guide this video, I guess. So, we're gonna do a garden tour today along with chicken chores, and I want to go do the chicken chores now because it's hot and they deserve fresh, clean, cold water. So I'm gonna go do the chicken chores real quick, and then I am gonna bring you back to the garden. So I also have frozen strawberries to give them for a nice cooled down, relaxed treat that they could have. I gotta turn on my water at my spigot too before I walk all the way back over there to the chicken coop. So that's what I'm gonna do. I try to have as much of this video set up as possible with things I wanted to do in the video, so it's less drag time for y'all. Alright, so I am gonna give the chickens their treats first so that they leave me alone while I fill up their water and fill up their feed. Hey, chickies! So they do have two bowls down here. They have a treat bowl and a little bowl that we put ice and water in for them to stand on. Cool them down a little bit. So frozen strawberries for the chickens first. And now I can grab their water bowl without them attacking me. I also need to fill up their feed. Oh, this thing's so heavy. That's why my husband usually does this. Whew. Alright. Chickens are all fighting over their strawberries, as they should. Strawberries are so yummy. And I did not come prepared because now I have to open up my chicken water and I need both my hands. So y'all are gonna go here. Yeah, right about there. That's fine. If y'all fall over, I'm very sorry. Ugh. Again, this is why my husband does this part for me. And I don't know if y'all have chickens, but their water gets so gross, so dirty. And it is very, very hot out here in Ohio today. Like y'all see, like this, I can spray and wipe and I feel like it just doesn't come off. It's stained with dirt from the chickens. Ugh. And I've never done a live before, so if I'm very awkward or stumbling over my words or going all over the place, I apologize, but you don't have to be watching. When we first got this chicken waterer, I could not figure it out. It wasn't until my husband got home and taught me how to do it. So it comes with a little cap and you have to put it over the hole in the bottom while you fill up the water. And you don't take off that cap until you put back on the lid. It creates some kind of suction to where the water stays in here. If it wasn't for my husband, I probably would have returned this thinking that I got one that didn't work, because without the lid being on, if you take off the cap, water just keeps overflowing and drains the entire jug. They're still going after them strawberries. All right, I'm gonna fill up only halfway, one, because it's a lot easier for me to take this back into the coop, and two, because I'm gonna just give them fresh, clean water every day anyway, since it probably gets so hot and nasty sitting out here in the Ohio heat. All right, so we tightened it. Now, I don't unplug it till we get back into the coop. Oh, there's a bee on my phone. Once we get back into the coop, I unplug it. And they're still going after the strawberries. Down here with some. Took all the ice this morning to work. He's probably watching this. I will. All right. It's not that exciting. We're about to go on a garden tour, though. That's pretty much the main reason why I even started this live, was to show y'all my garden. Alright, closing the chicken coop door, locking it. Let's check for eggs real quick before we go on our garden tour, since I'm already over here. We get between, I'd say, a dozen and 14 eggs a day. We have 15 hens back here in our backyard, and I hate the way our chicken coop is designed. But it is what it is. We can't go back and change it now. Yep, using my head to keep it up. I usually don't do that, but I'm trying to hold my phone at the same time. So we got 5 eggs from the first side. Going back to the second side. And we have a ton of eggs in there. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 eggs today, and I have probably 3 or 4 dozen on my counter. It's a blessing, really. All right. I got the eggs. I gave the chickens water. Gave them some water to stand in, or whatever you want to say. Let's go for the garden tour. All right. We built majority of this garden up just this year. So I'm out of breath. It's hot out here today. Let's see what I can show y'all first. So here's our potato patch. Can you see it? I feel like you can't see me if I'm wearing my sunglasses. so I feel better about that. Here's our potato patch. We have 150 potatoes growing. Varieties are Yukon Gold, Red Norland, and Kennebec. So the way I built this was I just got cardboard from my work, cut them into strips. I laid the seed potatoes down, and then I added soil on top of the seed potatoes, and I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but this area in my backyard floods so much that I knew I couldn't plant them in the ground. So I did like an above ground trench system, I keep calling it, and it's working. The potatoes are growing, they're thriving in my opinion. But we'll see coming up in like a month or so how much I get to harvest from my potato patch. Last year we grew them in grow bags in our driveway, and that did really good. Let's check my to-do list to see what I'm supposed to talk about now. Oh, let's look at my peppers. I have 8 peppers down here. I have 2 of each variety. I have pepperoncinis. I have sweet banana pepper, and I already have one growing. I really can't see. Fine. You know what? I'll take off my sunglasses so I can see if I can see the screen a little better. There's my little banana pepper. Super excited for that. I have 4 banana peppers total. I have sweet sunset banana pepper, and I have just a regular sweet banana. And then I have 2 green pepper plants over here. Over here I have 2 zucchini plants. They're taking off. Super excited for my zucchini. Oh, you know what? I'm a dummy. Sorry, I'm trying to read all the comments or whatever. But anyways, over here is my sweet potato bed, and they're starting to branch out, and I love it. Super exciting. I'm hoping that they climb the cattle panel trellis. Over here we have butternut squash, and I do have to thin these. It's gonna hurt to do, but I am gonna thin one of these out because they're way too close. Over here we have 103 green beans that I planted. Now the left side looks like they're growing pretty good. I don't understand why this side is doing so much better than this side. But let's take a look. So here are the green beans. I can't wait till they start climbing and filling out this trellis. These look like they're doing pretty good. The ones over here don't. They're not really growing. I think I'm gonna throw some fish emulsion down and see if that helps give them a boost. But I don't know. I might do that in a little bit. Then I have 6 broccoli plants. I already harvested, I think, 4 out of the 6. The other ones aren't really growing too much yet, and I'm afraid with the heat. Here, let me this one. I have these laundry bags over my broccoli. Last year we tried growing broccoli and the stupid cabbage moth worms got to them. But these laundry bags, super great. Oh, that's not the plant I wanted to show you. I did already harvest this one, by the way. It's this plant that I wanted to show you, the side shoots, because I left them in. Come on, come on, come on. And look at the side shoots. Look at how big these side shoots grew. I was shocked. So shocked. Alright, over here we have 6 Heritage Red Raspberry plants. 2 of them did not take off, and I don't know why. But these 2 on the end over here, they're starting to... We just planted these in the garden March maybe, and they're starting to get raspberries on them. I'm super excited. So hopefully by next year, or maybe the year after, the whole bed will be full of raspberries for smoothies and raspberry jam. My husband mentioned making wine, but just give me some jam, alright? Over here we have 89 Danver half-long carrots. The carrots we grew last year were so itty-bitty that I already think that these are such a success. They're growing so good. Love it. Those are going to be used for soups and stews mainly, because it's what we're going to do with them, I guess. I don't know. Alright. Over here we have our cucumbers growing. I just pulled lettuce and spinach out of this bed, I think last week or the week after. And the cucumbers are starting to pop up. And my dill just didn't grow at all. It's been the same size for, I don't know, 2 months. It's just not growing. That's fine though. I will figure it out at some point. Our peas that I'm supposed to have trellised right now, I mean, you see them. I wasn't really expecting them to get this big. Last year I couldn't grow them to save my life. So, I also have more cucumbers growing. And in between here, in between these 2 beds, I'm hoping to get another cattle panel trellis up. That'd be great if we can get that done this weekend. Will, if you're the one watching. So, I pulled off my garlic scapes, I don't know, last week or the week before, and I made homemade pesto with them, and it was so freaking yummy. I made like a chicken pasta garlic pesto thing, and it was so super yummy. So these garlics should be ready to harvest in the next, I don't know. Looking forward to that. However, my onions in the same bed, we had a bad storm and it just knocked them all over. But I mean, ChatGPT says that they'll stand themselves back up, and they did compared to what they were, but it looks like a tangled hot mess. And I don't want to mess with them too much, but at the same time, I want some onions. Oh, over here is our strawberry bed, and I also have, I think, 7 or 8 onions planted in this bed around the edges for, I don't know, companion planting. I'm trying to learn a little bit about that. And I see these onions in this bed have gotten so much bigger than the onions over there. Like this one is probably going to be my best onion. Also have this luscious red strawberry. I'm super excited for that. I'm gonna pluck it as soon as this video is over. Got some strawberries down here growing. It's like a little treasure hunt. I swear I would have thought I had more than just those couple. Oh, I guess I didn't see this one growing. But yeah, I'm gonna come pluck these as soon as I'm done with this video. Over here we have thyme, rosemary, and oregano. Specifically, I planted this to save some for my homemade pasta sauce I plan on making with all of my tomatoes that are growing way over there. Alright, this is an issue over here. We have a big issue over here with the weeds, and it looks terrible. I don't even know why I'm showing it. But we do have a load of wood chips being delivered. I just called today. And we're gonna trim all of this down. It was bare soil, I don't know, a month ago, and now all these weeds are taking over. This is our blueberry patch. We thought that they absolutely were not gonna grow. But the only one, we have 4 out of 5 growing. So this one is starting to take off. It's the one that's growing the most. This one is not growing at all, but that's alright. This one's looking pretty good. I think the wood chips helped the pH or something with these blueberries, because after we added the wood chips on, we started seeing growth on 4 out of the 5 blueberry plants we have planted. Alright, back at the pepper bed, because yesterday I came out here to prune them, and I'm gonna do a little experiment, I think. So on this right hand side, hang on, let's see. My husband's messaging me. On this right hand side, I trimmed the peppers all the way back until the split happens. On this left hand side, I didn't trim them all the way. I left some bottom leaves just to, see, mainly because I was gonna trim them all, but I didn't want to I didn't want to throw this guy out. So I need this pepper for a quick win this season. Whew. So yeah, there's my pepper beds. What else can I show? I don't think we got over to the tomato beds over there. So we're about to go to the tomato bed. Now in this bed over here, I have 14 Hungarian heart tomatoes. They're already starting to flower, so that's super exciting for me. I know I need to prune these back, but I don't really know what to prune for better airflow. But I do know that they're starting to get out of control. I also have 75 Red Wing onions down here. I think they're Red Wing. I gotta look it up again. They're starting to grow a tad bit. I guess I should say I have 12 tomato plants, because this one down here didn't grow. for whatever reason. Same with this one down here. Didn't grow for any reason. But a couple tomatoes down, we got a huge freaking monster growing. So, I have no idea. So I'm about to rip those 2 tomato plants out. And I guess that is the end of this very first live stream. I showed my garden. I rambled quite a bit. I don't even know what I was saying for half of the garden tour. But it's over. Have a great day. Goodbye.